What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Grit Gears. It's fantastic to have you here. Today we've got a new project for our 2019 year. Happy New Year to all of you. Hopefully this year is going to be just as good, if not better, than last year for you. Just to give you a little bit of a hint of what I have in store, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on it. It's one of the it was the second, third, fourth car that I owned as far as a product line. Love them, agile, quick for their time, some upgrades to them. Ended up getting spanked by a car that I didn't know what it was and later found out what it was. We'll get more into that later. Got rid of the product line, went to another product line, jumped from that to a bunch of other ones, etc., etc. Fast forward in time, 20 years later, always in the back of my mind knew I was going to get another one of these, this brand I should say, because of what came out. And I was excited about it, and I was like, yeah, that would be the ultimate one to get and to build. So I've got it. Now, another thing that's going to be happening on this channel is with this build, we're introducing what's called the Busted Knuckle Academy. The Busted Knuckle Academy is basically a series on this vehicle that can apply to other vehicles as well, of all the DIY stuff that we're going to do. So I'm going to be getting products in. I'm going to be doing them myself and with help from a master technician. And we're going to show you how you can do it for yourself. So number one, you learn how to work on your car. And number two, you don't have to pay a shop an expensive $100 an hour plus to do it for you. So, without further ado, let's go see what I got myself into. Okay, now you see it. That's a 2008 Mark V Volkswagen R32. And if you know anything about Volkswagen, you know exactly what that is. If you don't, let me give you a little bit of information. It's all-wheel drive. It's got a 3.2 liter, 4 valve per cylinder, 6-cylinder in it. And it has what's called a DSG transmission. Now there was also a 2004 model of R32 made, which came with a 6-speed manual transmission. The 2008s got what's called a DSG. A DSG essentially is an automatic transmission that you can put into sport mode, and then it has shifter paddles that makes it act like a sequential transmission, like what you would see in a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, higher end cars like that. So I tried to find the MK4. Wasn't successful. This is the one we got. Shout outs to my buddy in Jacksonville. You know who you are, for doing a swap with me for this project, and it's going to be a beast. The game plan for this car is we're going to do everything that we can to do every upgrade on this car that's available out there. I want to turn this into something that's going to be spectacular in the end. I haven't been able to do a large car build in a long time. I've done about 15 car builds in my life, and this one to me, hopefully, is going to be the most epic one. It's probably going to span more than 1 year. It does not have a salvage title like the trend on YouTube is for whatever reason now. Let's go buy a car from a junkyard and let's rebuild it. This car's got a clean title. It's got 120,000 miles. And we're going to start this with the Busted Knuckle Academy from the ground level. One of the first videos we're going to do is maintenance video. So I'm going to show you all the things that you can do yourself for maintenance on these vehicles, because it's not as hard as you think. If you have a jack, some jack stands, and some basic hand tools, you can do a lot of the work on this car that you would normally take the vehicle to the dealership for. So we're going to start there, and then from there we're going to progress. I've already got some parts on the way for this thing. Everything that I'm going to be replacing on the car is going to be replaced with a performance-based part. Now, some of you who are enthusiasts of the Volkswagens will recognize a couple things on this car that don't seem exactly right. And you're right. It does not have the factory R32 wheels on there. It has what's called the Detroits, and those are an 18-inch wheel as well. That's the way it came for me. Can't help it. That's what I got. Another thing that you would notice is, that grille is not an R32 grille. And you would be right again. That's actually a GTI grille. The R32 came with a chrome center grille, and it spanned from the top of the hood all the way down into the front bumper, and all the front bumper pieces in the R32, the way it came stock, is a little different. I personally happen to like the blacked out look more than I do the chrome look. Not a fan of chrome, so I'm cool with that. Matter of fact, when I came up and saw it, I said, now I don't have to buy that grille, because I was actually planning on doing that to the front end of one anyway. So, the next few videos you're going to see may be a little bit boring to some of you who already know how to do these things, but just bear with us, because we got some really epic stuff that's going to happen to this car, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Grit and Gears.